I'd like to open this meeting of the Board of Public Safety. Welcome all those present. First, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda or certify the executive session.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. I'd like to now approve the consent agenda. The items for that agenda is approval of the minutes of the March 19 meeting. Is there
You can go ahead. So the consent agenda has the approval of the minutes for March 19, 2026.
so the entire
regular
agenda,
session.
and I don't have to
Approval of the
identify
claims
each one of them?
register for 3/20/26 and 3/27/26.
Okay,
And approval of the payroll register for 4/2/36 and 4/10/26.
works for me.
And I'll say, does anybody want to pull any of these items off the agenda to discuss independently?
Any,
And hearing none, then
have any
without
objections?
without objection, the consent agenda is going to be approved as written. Hearing no objection, the consent agenda is approved.
That works.
That works. That's it. Those are the.
Do you want me to repeat that?
No, I just did it for you.
Thank you so much. So, having heard that that move, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We would now get the report from the police department.
For April 2026. If you look at calls for service, again, this is through the end of March. We're about 1,000 calls down. That represents a 5% decrease. Can't really explain exactly why, but again, you tend to look at these things at the end of the year more so than in the middle to give you any trends. Again, same with crime comparisons. Let you guys have a moment to look at those. Traffic stops, they went back up this month. We're in a training cycle with several in the FTO program. What, 2?
In the FTO program?
Yeah, 6 are out making traffic stops more than the rest. So those went back up as we discussed last month. There'll be a fluctuation throughout the time. Crime involving weapons continue to be lower than what we've seen in the past. Adult arrests for March, a little bit down from 2025. Juvenile referrals, they were up, but again, we're moving from 5 to 8, so statistically not that big a swing. The end of the hate crime reporting period has passed. We had none in the first quarter of the year. Our traditional nuisance call graphic. Training hours, 660.5. 79 of our officers completed the 2-hour mandatory emergency vehicle operations training. 12 completed 1-hour emotional survival training. 10 completed annual in-service, and that was for 21 hours. 13 completed 1 hour of the RAP training, which is a restraint device to keep people from hurting themselves. 1 officer attended a 40-hour women's leadership training. 1 attended 16-hour pepper ball instructor course. And then you see the specialty units listed on the bottom: K9, CDU, Honor Guard. Community engagement, there were 6 events this month for 7.4 hours. 9 of our people were involved. You can see what they were listing as: DRO outreach, the Forever Friends, and child car seat installation. Upcoming is the DEA drug take-back days, which is 4/25. Ironically, that's Little 500 Saturday. And Parks and Rec Children's Expo on the 26th from 1 to 4. Social worker contacts, again, you notice these remain consistent throughout the year. 294 referrals, 528 contacts. You can see a summary of what they've done throughout the month, including intervening with some people with suicidal ideations, along with some health and living issues. They assisted an elderly client in transporting her through an insurance company. save her a lot of money. They transitioned instead of transported from one insurance company to the next to help her out financially. They assist an elderly client getting low-cost medications and food for a cat through the Community Association. Hosted another Easter party for the staff and families. The outreach specialist assisted 2 long-term homeless individuals into housing. That was a big win. 2 clients gaining disability benefits, also another huge win. And 4 of the ORS people that ORS helped last year get housing have remained housed throughout the year. Had a thank you note to dispatch for Jared, Cheryl, and the rest. Just exceeding the national standards for performance for 911 call answering. Again, that's something our dispatch center has always done very, very well, is making sure they're getting to the emergencies very quickly. Another one from, this time, Isabel Piedmont Smith, council member, just thanking the department and the chief and Captain Bedigo for the Blue Envelope program, for helping drivers on the autism spectrum. And general business. I don't know that we have anything currently on general business. And then we're on to personnel issues.
Department staffing currently, 93 sworn officers for about a week and a half before the Bloomington Fire Department steals one of them, puts us at 92. We do have 6 applicants that I'm waiting approval from the local pension board to mail to state pension fund for hopefully approval and acceptance. So there would be 6 new hires probably in May, depending on how long it takes to get the approvals. And then I'm seeking the board's approval for the conditional offer of employment for applicant Olivia Crooks.
And at this point, I would entertain a motion to approve conditional employment to Olivia Croce. It's contingent upon Ms. Croce successfully completing the remaining steps in the hiring process, which include physical and psychological examinations, truth verification test, and acceptance by the local pension board and acceptance by the state pension board.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Motion approved. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We wish her well.
Thanks.
As far as purchase and expenditures, you'll see the normal coming through. Again, it's just our standard replacement cycle items as they come through each year. And for this reporting period, I do not believe there was any CERT or armored rescue vehicle deployments.
So our year-to-date, 6008 calls for service. For this month, it was 558 of that, so roughly about 500 a month is standard. Of our 558, 220 were medical in nature. We are down from a year ago, which it was 150 calls from 2025. However, we're up roughly 10% from 5 years ago, and that seems to be more consistent that we're generally up. So, of those, this month, 62 runs to campus, so 11% of our runs in March went to campus. Heat map, so you can see that we've kind of been everywhere all over in March. Prevention and public engagement statistics, so our inspectors, when they're out doing commercial inspections, again, we've not made a full year yet of reporting this, but it seems like every month there's more, so, which is good. So a total of 998 for the year for that. And then you can see our progress for age groups so far versus what was last year. So like for the smoke installation, smoke detectors, our goal is 100 per year, and right now we're at 34, so not bad. The fire inspectors, 11% of the goal, so much of that, about 100 plus of those, about 110 of those calls or goals, I guess, inspections were in March. That. Training hours, so we've had in March, we had several do out of city trainings, pumper class in Jasper, driver operator in Brazil, and then Chief Litwin went to a conference design on station design in Florida. So still getting technical rescue on all 3 shifts. And then this month they did the MCI, that's multi-casualty incident and hazmat training. So again, March was a busy month for us. And then MIH, we had 11 car seats installed for the month. 6 of those were new car seats for families. So not quite half in 1 month for the year to date, as you can see. Average visits per client, 11.1. 27 different services engaged for clients this month. That is the most this year for a single month, 27 different ones. And then agencies engaged and where the referrals. So again, March was a very busy month. So we had a patient, you can see for the WINS, referred themselves to the program, and they were aware of the program because they've been taking care of somebody else who's been a patient for 3 years with MIH. They were out on a call with someone, hypertensive crisis, so they ended up having to go to the emergency room with that, and that was a challenge in itself because the patient was very reluctant, but then realized that needed to go, wasn't going to get better without some intervention there. So multiple services engaged for that single patient after release from the hospital. The 2 new hires that started at the beginning of March, they are now certified as community healthcare workers. And then we had 2 of our members presenting at the National MIH Conference in Arizona. So big deal for that.
How many do you have now, healthcare workers that are certified?
Everyone is now. So of the
How many total work
7.
healthcare? 7?
7
You say average visit per client
is 11.
is 11, so how many clients?
I don't have that exact
know?
count, but
I'm just curious.
some of those, yeah. And like I said, with those 11, they always see a new one at least 3 times before, once they kind of enrolled or become involved with the program. So that's the minimum, but there are some that have been long-term, and so the client base continually seems to grow.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Jason? No.
General business, we have selected a new fire marshal. So he's going to work in tandem with the current one until he exits. His name is Jeff Utemeyer. He was an internal candidate, so he's super familiar with our operations here in Bloomington. So we have faith he's going to do a really good job, and you may see him around now. As far as personnel issues, we currently have 1 on light duty, 1 on FMLA, and 8 personnel that have intermittent baby bonding available to them to take. Lastly, with purchases, as far as anything major, we have budgeted for this year replacements of the generators at Station 4 and 5 to replace those with diesel. So that's in tandem with a project we've been working on for multiple years to allow for all our generators to be diesel. That way, in the event of emergency that might knock out infrastructure, we can truck diesel in indefinitely and keep them running. So that will be the last 2 that we need done, and then they will all be diesel after that. So working on that now. And that's all I got for you, unless you have any questions.
All right. Thank you very much. Is there old business that we need to attend to? Any old business? Hearing none, new business.
I do have a question. This morning I heard that the flock camera system is leaving the city.
Yes,
What are they planning on putting in its place?
no idea.
No idea. Well, I would just like to say that I am very disappointed in the city getting rid of the flock camera system. Because if the general public, back in April 30th of 1993, they surrendered pretty much their privacy when the internet came on board, which was developed for and by the military. And if you don't think that the government's not monitoring the internet, you're wrong, because I used to monitor the internet when I was a police officer working in ICAC down in Houston. We monitored it for various sex crimes. And I feel that the flock camera system is a very good program, and I don't see how it's violating anyone's civil rights or privacy. It's not being kept forever, it's 30 days, and it's only a license plate number. And as far as I'm concerned, if the government wants to know how many times I go to the upstairs pub, well, look at the flock camera system down there, because I personally don't care. But some people feel that it's an invasion of their privacy. And I would say that out of the people that say that, 99% of them are on Facebook. And 85% of them don't have it locked down. And when you don't have it locked down, you have welcomed me into your life with open arms. Now I can see where you like to go eat. I can see where you live. I can see the inside of your house, your family, when you're going on vacation, how long you're going to be gone, what kind of pets do you have. So I don't understand this invasion of privacy with the flock camera system at all. So me, personally, I'm very disappointed in the city, and I fully supported the flock camera system.
Could you explain what it is? I'm not aware of that.
It's a camera system that records license plates as it goes through an intersection. And it's been used multiple times to solve crimes. Actually, the city where I worked in Texas, they recently had a sex crime, juvenile sex crime, where it was a red pickup truck. Little girl didn't know who the person was, but they knew approximately what time it happened. And in that general vicinity, a couple of blocks away, there was 2 flock camera systems. They actually ran the system to find red trucks that went through at approximately that time. They narrowed it down to 1 red truck. They were able to find out who that truck belonged to, got a driver's license photo, put it in a photo lineup, and she was able to pick out the person, solving the crime. I used to work sex crimes down in Pasadena, Texas. I would have loved to have had that system, because many, many times it was, well, a red truck, well, there's about 2 million of them in the Houston area, so I don't know which one it's going to be. And it is a very useful tool, the flock camera system is. And I've had friends tell me that they're afraid of their invasion of privacy on it. And I'm like, why? Why? It's your license plate number. It's not taking pictures of people in the car. And the government's going to figure out other ways to get around certain systems. But to me, it's not an invasion of my privacy whatsoever. It's like when you go to the airport. Do you think your passport is not being monitored the minute you walk in? It's got a chip. They're monitoring that passport all the way through the airport, no matter where you go, duty free, wherever. They know exactly where you are in the airport. So there's a lot of other things that they should be worried about for protection of privacy. And the flock camera system is not one of them.
Any comments?
No.
Well, I think your objections are noted. I would appreciate your thoughts, Tim. Any other new business? Any petitions and communications from the floor? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, we are adjourned.